So, were you an 80s kid that slightly remembers, Atari games? I will admit I was born in 80, and I was a part of the generation that grew up with Nintendo. Of course, I had an older brother, and he tried his hand at this game. This is an Atari book written by Dynamite Comics. Depends on your opinion of Dynamite. Some people like the comics, like the quirky stuff they come out with. Some think they're a little bit of a converged company that SJW values have taken over. Either way, let's not let all of that get in the way of a pretty good book, actually. Horseshoe Riders. Here are Bowers and Sims, Chris Sims. We've also got art by Ghost Rider X. This is a story about basically a man named Peter Case. And I'll show you here. Chad Bowers and Chris Sims. Of course, the art by Ghost Rider X. And we got our colors by Carl Fan. If you can look at this style, all of the ASC II art for the Swordquest logo. Remember this dreaded screen that we saw every time we played a game? Yeah, I saw that often too. This is our main character, Peter, whom is about to have a very, very bad day, to be honest. If you can guess, this entire series is going to be in a video game style. The player select screen, this kind of gives you a preview of what theme we're dealing with. As you can see, Peter's a workaholic. You're going to see these throughout the game books as well. It's something that's called Game Tip. They do this to set up random points of context, random points in the story that you'll need to pay attention to. As you can see, Peter's having a very bad day. But he does try something that most of the other people didn't really think about. You saw the reference to Bagel. People thought it was a bagel, but instead Bagel is her dog. Again, another game tip. Please take a deep breath before heading into fire to avoid smoke inhalation. Just look at this. Right here, probably in your lower right corner. He got bonus points. He did get the dog out on time at least. And look, Bagel's a beautiful Mamaloot. Who'd want to lose that puppy? But the longer Pete breathes, the more the life goes down until knockout. And a bit of reality comes in. Peter's dying. As the doctor tells him, best case, he's got a year. But 6 months. And as you can tell, he's about to lose the game of life. No home. No goals. Back to where it starts. In fact, Peter's expecting it in the short term. Where his mom, has rented out his old room as a bed and breakfast, Airbus, and the like. However, Peter has to get back to the basics. What's going on is two of his buddies have grown up without him. As you saw, one of the Perez twins, Amy is getting engaged. His best friend Alvin is on an award-winning show. However, Peter sees one thing in his world that keeps everything all right. His old Atari stuff from back in the day. And the very thing that's gotten this entire mess started. So, here's a rundown of the book. This is 6 issues. The one I'm covering here in this video is issue 0. Peter Case and his friends are on a quest to steal the sword from Swordquest that Nolan Bushnell never awarded because AirQuest... I'll have to think of the quest because it's been a good while. I know there's Fire Quest, Water Quest. In fact, I'm going to feel stupid. While I'm recording this, I'm having to look at Wikipedia because I've forgotten the Swordquest games. There we go. Good old Wikipedia. It was going to be a possible sequel to Adventure, but developed into its own mythology. The games that were released were Earth World, Fire World, Water World. Air World was the one that was not released because this was due to the video game crash. The prizes that were received, Earth World was a talisman and the sword. Stephen Bell had won that when he melted down the talisman for $25,000. That was to pay the taxes. Michael Rideout won the talisman, the Chalice of Light, another $25,000 trinket. And Waterworld was supposed to receive the Crown of Life, which was a gold crown encrusted with aquamarines, diamonds, tourmalines, rubies, and sapphires. $25,000 crown. However, the video game crash occurred. And the two winners of the contest, Mr. Bell and Mr. Rideout, received $1,500. Now, they did have a non-public contest where 10 people saw the Waterworld contest. The crown was awarded to the third prize winner. However, they still had to do the contest because by law, they had to. It was contracted. The story is Peter Case was one of the ones that was trying to win the contest. But with him now dying of degenerative lung disease, he and his friends get this smart idea. Why don't we steal the sword back from whoever stole it from Stephen? The quest takes off in a nice wacky direction, as you'll read throughout the books, but this is a pretty good book series to pick up. You can get them pretty cheap. Overall, the issue 0 is free. If you're a Comixology Unlimited or not, issue 0 is free. You can also get the prints if you so request. Each book ended up being around, I want to say $2.99 offhand. So I paid overall $11 for the entire series. Not a bad price. Again, whether you like Dynamite or not, give this book a chance. If you're a video game nerd, this is definitely the book that you want to go through, and definitely a book that you'll just want to keep in your collection, digital or floppy, as in your hands. And it does have a very 90s art style. It's a very retro style. It does have video game humor. It has video game comments. And it has those tips in the corner. Take it as it is. It's built in the style of a video game, meta joke, and strategy guide, as you see here, Peter's Swordquest strategy guide. Again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. We will do a few more of these. I might try to get these out one a day. It depends. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. The Patreon link is below. Support us as much as possible. We'll produce original content like this for you, and definitely one more effort, as we say, to move the needle. Take care, everyone.